Hey guys, and welcome to my childhood bedroom, a phrase which I now realize sounded a lot less creepy in my head. Before we jump in, I wanted to thank Squarespace so much for sponsoring this video. Just in case I haven't talked your guys' ears off about them already, if you guys need a domain or a website or you want to start an online store like I did, Squarespace makes it super easy. So for today's video, I never thought I would say this, but I have actually thrifted too much recently and I just have too much stuff to show you guys in one video. So I thought I would narrow it down today and show you guys just the top 10 items that I've thrifted over the past couple months. My first item is this absolutely amazing dress from Banana Republic. I was super on the fence when I originally bought this, but I'd also been thrifting for like 5 hours in a row and I really needed to pee. So I was like, what the fuck, let's just get it. Normally I'm a little bit color reverse, which may be a result of the fact that I grew up for 16 years surrounded by this obnoxiously yellow color, but I did actually really like the color of this dress. It's this like slightly metallic raspberry red, which is a really unusual color. I haven't seen it anywhere else, but I was actually really surprised. I think it works a lot better than like the bright red that's more on trend right now, especially on kind of olive slash yellow slash just like super pale skin tones like mine. The silhouette is so classy and flattering and it kind of reminds me of something from the 50s, or at least something that Zooey Deschanel would wear, which is always my goal. My next item, also kind of on the formal end, is this Patchwork Maxi dress. I love this because I feel like this is the type of really unique thing that you can really only find when thrifting, or if you pay like $200 for it at Anthropologie. There is admittedly a lot going on in this dress between the patchwork and this kind of sheer Baroque floral pattern and the little button-up detail around the boobs and the leg. But I don't know, I thought this was really thoughtfully designed and somehow the color scheme manages to tie it all together and it pulls off that like boho patchwork look without looking too crazy. Next up is this silk blouse. I thrift kind of a lot of silk blouses, but this is by far my favorite one that I found so far. I know it kind of just looks like another silk blouse, but for me, it's all about the details. I loved that the buttons are covered so they match the fabric, and I also really liked the little pleating detail around the cuffs. I don't know what this type of buttonhole slash fastener is called, but it has like this loop instead of a regular buttonhole, which makes it a lot harder to fasten. It takes me about like half an hour to put this shirt on, but I think it looks a lot more cute and a lot more elevated than a regular buttonhole, so that seems like a good use of my time. You guys might have actually already seen me wear this top. It was what I was wearing in my last thrift haul, and prepare yourself to get sick and tired of it because I think it's so flattering and it goes with so many outfits, and I'm probably gonna be wearing it in way too many videos, just like I wear this top in like way too many videos. I think it's been in like 4 now. Next up, we have another blouse, but a really different vibe. It is this sheer polka dot ruffly button up. When I was checking out at the thrift store, the 70-year-old lady at the checkout counter actually was complimenting me on how nice this top is, so that's when you know you have good taste. A lot of you guys ask me where I thrift. Actually, it's a bunch of places all over LA, but one of my favorite spots is the Council thrift stores in Sawtelle. The sweetest old Jewish lady works there, and every time I check out, she'll like go through each of my items and identify the fabric that it's made out of, which is both endearing and incredibly impressive. I'm actually trying really hard to get better at identifying my fabric types, she said, like a total fashion nerd. But anyways, I thought this top was stunning. I love the polka dot and the sheer and the ruffles. It does indeed show a lot of boobage, but I finally bought my first bra that like wasn't from Target, so I gotta show it off somehow. Overall, this top is a little bit slutty with a thin veil of class, which is honestly my vibe. So this next skirt is like honestly the skirt that I wish I had for prom. When I was going to prom senior year, I was trying to be like edgy but also avoid paying $300 at David's Bridal for like a cobalt blue sparkly ass dress. So I was trying to find like a puffy maxi skirt that I could pair with kind of like a lacy bustier, and then it would be this really like edgy but fancy, but I'm also trying so much less hard than the rest of y'all sparkly bitches type of look. I didn't end up finding the perfect skirt, so I actually ended up buying my prom dress for like $30 from Forever 21, and my date ended up playing Candy Crush the entire evening because we were too awkward to actually make conversation with each other. But I really like this skirt, and it reminds me that I should also do a thrifted prom dress video because nobody's trying to spend like $300 on one night. That's kind of ridiculous. Next up, I have this nautical inspired blazer, which you guys might have seen on my Instagram. I'm trying to get better at self-plugging my socials, but it's just, it's not working. I am such a sucker for like nautical slash old-fashioned military inspired items. I feel like it might be my British half coming out. For you guys who don't know, I'm actually a dual citizen in the England and the US because my dad is British. But anyways, I feel like I'm always on the hunt for things that have rows of gold buttons on them. I just love that detail so much. I like how it's kind of nautical-y, but without being super over the top. It used to actually have these huge ass 80s shoulder pads, but I cut them out so I wouldn't look like a total gigantic triangle. This next dress is what the Star Trek uniforms would look like if Scotty designed them. It's a little bit big on me, so I'm pinning it back, but overall I thought it was a really interesting way to play with the color blocking idea, but just in a bunch of different versions of plaid. As we've already established, I am a hoe for buttons, so I thought the buttons around the neckline were so charming and such a nice detail. I also thought this dress looked so good under a trench coat because the tan-ish color schemes kind of match each other. That trench coat, by the way, is one that I thrifted a couple videos ago, and I honestly cannot stop wearing it. It's like getting kind of weird at this point. Ever since I thrifted that cream button-up sweater that you guys might have seen a couple videos ago, I've been on the lookout for the same silhouette. I feel like it's something that you don't really see in stores, but I love how the button-up is so like cute and cozy, and it's this really nice like face framing, kind of vintagey inspired detail. I think I actually found this in the men's section, but I think it looks so cute. This next top looks low-key ugly on me, but just bear with me and imagine what it would look like if my boobs were like 6 times bigger and it actually fit, unless you're one of the 3 resident pervs on this channel, in which case, please do not do that, and also, stop watching my videos. A few weeks ago, I found that Dior top, and now I found that Dolce and Gabanna top. Your girl is on a designer lingerie roll. I love how the buttons and the lace let a little bit of skin peek through. And I think this would look so good tucked into a pair of jeans with like an oversized blazer layered over, and then you have the little lacy detail peeking through. My last thing is this Ralph Lauren button-up. Yes, I realize I look like that soccer mom who goes into a store and asks to talk to the manager, but I've been going through a little bit of a pale yellow phase recently, and I love how springy and preppy this top feels. I tied it around my waist in this triangle clip because I refuse to actually wear a top that covers my belly button. And in the corner, there's a little embroidered American flag with the RL for Ralph Lauren. I pronounced it right this time on the first try. Look at me. That is all I have for you guys. Thank you so much for watching this video. Some of the stuff from this haul has already sold, some of it I'm keeping, but a couple of the pieces are up on the website as well if you want to check it out. For those of you who don't know, Squarespace actually helped me start an online store where I resell a bunch of my thrifted items that I think are really cool, hopefully. I really like how the site turned out. I think it looks quite professional, if I may say so myself. And Squarespace made the whole website building process so easy, so I'd really recommend it if you guys are looking to buy a domain or build a website or an online store. Feel free to use my code for 10% off. I'll write it out here, and there's also a link to it below if you guys want to click that for the discount as well. Oh, and I also wanted to thank you guys so much for 60k. I know that's not like a big YouTuber milestone. I don't think anybody actually celebrates 60k, but I just wanted to say that I really appreciate it. It's one step closer to 100k, which I'm so excited for, and I just wanted to thank you guys again for letting me have literally like the coolest job possible. So, thanks for sticking on this journey with me, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye!